Alright, now we're in... Wayne Manor? What?
What?
I... How did we teleported here?
Wow.
Alfred. I know I had plans to connect my manor to Asylum,
great.
but it wasn't ready yet.
An endless corridor and me walking slowly. This is my worst nightmare.
Sorry,
Alfred,
but I decided to do some redecorating.
Joker, why is it raining in my house?
That's a good question. Is this Drummond?
Who said it was rain?
Of course. What else has to happen? Bruce, having to remember the night where his parents died.
Keep up, Bruce.
And of course, we have Kevin voicing his father.
I think that's kind of a tradition that Thomas Wayne has to be voiced by the same person who voices adult Bruce.
They definitely do it a
Origins,
lot.
they do the same thing by having Roger Craig Smith voicing Thomas Wayne in the flashback.
Come on, keep up. We're nearly there.
Wait. At first it sounded like Kevin, but then that one bit sounded like Tom Kane. Let me check.
Hold it there, please. There's no need for this. Stay where you are. I'll shoot. I'll give you whatever.
Yeah, of course. Your shield stood up and shot.
Oh God, Tom!
I feel like I've been here before.
There's nothing.
No, you're right. It was Kevin Conroy in this one.
And Bruce turns into his younger self. Now we're officially in Final Fantasy VII territory. Symbolism!
It's like...
Come on, kid.
Even Batman vs. Dracula found a way to work in the Wayne's getting shot.
I mean, even Batman vs. Aliens drove up. They have a specific nightmare where Bruce has tied to that.
He's 8 years old.
Also, yeah, they have this minor dialogue with a young Commissioner Gordon. Well, not was even Commissioner at the time. A young police officer, Gordon, tries to comfort Bruce about the other cops. Just say, "Oh, this is a rich kid. Fuck him."
Can I get you anything?
Meanwhile, Gordon's one of Gordon's colleagues is a bloody arsehole.
Yeah.
$10 says that he's I forgot the name of the guy. There's
Detective Flass.
Usually, yeah, either him or someone else. I forgot the name.
I don't know. It's this city. There's something wrong.
Maybe Bullock, but
Yeah,
Bullock's
Bullock.
usually the corrupt.
Call me Jim.
It could be Bullock. Bullock's the corrupt cop that usually, gets better at least.
Of course, it's round 2 with Scarecrow, as you can imagine. Meaning that it's another round of very delicate stealth.
Oh.
We did mention about the music in general, but the special mention is to go to these sequences, which really don't do capture the more surreal elements, but if you listen to them in a vacuum, they have the Rayman 2 effect of being, on their own more scary than they have any right to be. Like, these moments, I do remember, Jova, you were mentioning about the rising of Let's Plays when this came out. I generally remember a lot of those top 10 scariest moments in non-horror video games, including this.
I would not be surprised if a lot of indie horror games took inspiration from the Scarecrow bits, because they sometimes legit just mess with the game and how it plays,
Alright,
to psych you out.
Scarecrow will decide to not look around, how kind of aim, and just pop up a bunch of skeletons, which makes me wonder, how was this handled in China? They really don't want to see these.
I know, right?
Did this game even get released in China?
If I had to guess, yes. Maybe they did put some changes and made them zombies, I don't know.
Well, although remember,
check.
the game's console ban was still on there.
I don't know the deets about it.
It lasted till 2015. That's why Nintendo made stuff like that IQ player to get around the ban, because it was technically a plug-and-play system.
I don't know. Again, I don't know the details about that then.
Oh, fun fact also, The Arkham series was so popular that for the Injustice Gods Among Us levels that take place in Arkham, they basically just took a lot of the Arkham designs,
Yeah,
most
the assets,
notably
the
Scarecrow.
both locations and the characters. My country went a bit of a step further, and for Injustice 2 specifically, because the first Injustice unfortunately did not get an Italian dub, but the second one did. And every single character that was present in the Arkham games got their voice actor from that for consistency's sake. It actually is really cool.
Yes. So what do you suppose was going through Jonathan Crane's head when he went to this phase of his costuming?
Okay. The series is on his gloves. That is actually a kind of a neat trick for the sake of not having to manually potentially inject every single one, and instead just going for a simple, talk to the hand kind of gesture. The oxygen mask on his face fused with his cowl just feels weird. And trust me, in later games it will become even more impractical and fucked up. So it's just he's missing something. The portrait, the comic book style portrait showcases that he was supposed to have a proper Scarecrow hat. So I don't know why we didn't include that.
I guess to make him look more like a Grim Reaper in this version, I guess.
To the later design that he had in the animated series, specifically the later season, which, according to what Deji told me, the redesign in universe was as a result of the TMNT crossover, because apparently Scarecrow kept having nightmares about crank species invading, and as a result he tried to design the costume in order to be more fearful in preparation for them.
Wait, so the TMNT crossover is canon to DCAU?
To an extent, or something similar to that. You need to ask Deji for the details.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's the comic or whatnot, because I could have sworn Damien was in that movie, but...
No, he told you about the original comic.
Oh, okay. It's been even longer since I've seen the original comic. So
alright, now you need to sprint and you're good to go. Again, even if the cutscene showcase where the SC you, as long as you are, initiate the counter with the bat signal, you're fine. And for some reason in this sequence alone, the frame rate fucks, for a few seconds.
Part of me wonders if that was actually...
How did you get here, Bruce? You're about to see this is the clock tower, the higher part, which theoretically has no real access to it. I have no idea what happened.
Apparently, while we were hallucinating, we were moving in such a way that even Joker, who has the whole place bugged, lost track of us. Thanks, Jonathan, I guess. And again, when we do get to the section that shows what's going on with Jonathan and Batman, it leaves me wondering.
I got a nifty new upgrade in the meantime, the Sonic Batarang. You'll see that later because it's a nifty tool that can help you during Predator section, you'll see. Sorry about the bell, I'm sure we'll be able to redecorate after we're done.
I swear, giant bells crashing in Batman media happens so often.
I guess everyone wanted to reference the Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, well, look. While we've established the Tim Burton movie has some early installment weirdness, it has an excuse that, for the time, Batman killing was not considered as taboo, so I think people are okay with that in the long run.
Brought the animal before me, shameless and barking like a mad dog. For what felt like days, I endured his boasts. He took pleasure recounting his actions, cataloguing his depraved crimes. What should have been revenge turned to pity.
Yeah, the mad dog, as Amadeus Arkham calls, he's supposedly the killer of, his beloved one.
Lovely. But yeah, no, the Burton Batman film is, just at a level of iconic status that tons of people love to reference it, and that means both sequences and the music from it. And again, to give it credit, if it weren't for that movie, we would not have gotten the Batman animated series, which means we wouldn't have gotten the DCAU, at least as it is now.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have gotten everything that sprouts from it, essentially. So arguably, even this game might have turned out massively different.
Anyway, introduction of your enemy type, the guys with the short baton. You need to jump over them and hit them once.
There you are. I've been waiting for you, listening to Zaszz make the good doctor scream while you played around in Scarecrow's world. How was it this time? Learn anything about yourself? Oh, tell me. Pull up a seat.
No.
Talk to me. I'm all ears.
Oh, here's Catwoman's treatment. Wonder what it's doing here.
I could have sworn
Yeah, Catwoman's typically not an inmate of Arkham Asylum.
She gets special privileges, so to speak.
Well, I think usually whenever she gets captured, she usually just goes to jail.
Yeah, usually Blackgate. Again,
Yeah,
among the Rogues Gallery, she's one that definitely doesn't really have any ultra evident type of psychosis. Again, Batman Returns was kind of an exception.
I looked it up earlier. This game didn't get a mainland China release. It got released in places like Hong Kong, but not China.
Okay, thanks,
Huh.
Vince. Also, what the hell was that goon doing in the bathroom?
Something we all do, but don't
Alright,
talk about.
time to deal with Zaszz the second and last time, thankfully, because again, as I said, this guy's kinda lame, so let's get rid of him.
Come any closer. Don't paint the room crimson with her blood.
You need to actually wait until he perks his head in order to fire the batarang.
I know you're still out there. Won't be long and you'll hear her final song.
Zaszz, what are you talking about? Just kill her. She's useless to me now.
But if I kill
Well,
her,
crud.
that will get me.
No, you're not scared of a little bat, are you, Slicey?
Yeah, in most canons, Joker does not like Zaszz. He finds him boring, essentially.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's the worst thing you can be to Joker. Boring.
You know, like the time where Killer Croc tried to kill Batman with one rock. It was a big one.
You can stop now.
One of the few times he managed to make
Also,
Joker just straight
I
up
love
not
it.
smile.
What do we need to do in order to convey that she has cried? Run the mascara, even though she's supposed to be just, you know, a doctor here. Yeah, this was in the period of time where, you know, evil characters in video games did have a bit of a standard type of appearance no matter what.
But he couldn't do it without the formula. I hid it, but
So now he has Venom and your formula.
God, he has gallons of the stuff. There's a lab hidden in the
Venom
gardens.
mixed with her Titan formula. Yeah, that sounds like a recipe for hell.
What else is Joker planning?
How should I know? You think anything he says makes sense? I think he
Yeah,
does.
about that.
Shit.
Oh my God!
Get out of the way!
And that's Dr. Young out. She gets unceremoniously with an explosion. But to be fair, again, despite her good intentions, she really was taking advantage of people and she fucked up. So I'm not gonna miss her too much.
Talking about squealers.
Oof.
Somebody help me!
Ow.
Hit him hard enough to break his cane.
Talk about crazy. Well, bad places to go.
Interesting, she called him an old loony.
Knock him down, but not too rough. Mr. J needs him at the party.
Alright, we
You
know
know
the
what?
drill.
You know, in hindsight, maybe we should have used bolas or some way to wrap him up from a distance.
That's also the thing, Joe. Remember, according to stuff like Batman Odyssey, Batman has even contingency planned to avoid getting shot in the face somehow.
God, Batman Odyssey is just the right level of crazy. It's insane, but Lord, it makes it iconic.
Have you figured out a way past these security
I'll
gates?
admit,
Before she died,
part of me, when I first played this, kind of thought Joker would have actually pulled a Resident Evil and, like,
The secrets seem like an oasis within a desert of insanity, Daddy. These were basically painting, not painting, but in memoriam that Amadeus Arkham dedicated to his wife and daughter.
Harley Quinn has the Warden, and he's the only chance we have to get past these gates.
Okay, good luck.
Alright.
We have a new sequence now.
Yes, and because Harley really was not paying attention to what she was doing, she hits Sharp with the stick, which means there's a lot of DNA material that Batman can trace. I don't know if it's supposed to be blood, speed, or something else, but, you know, it's something. Oh, goody, the grayscape filter. Go on, Drova.
But yeah, no, regarding Dr. Young's end, I do agree it's karmic. Oh, hey, Scarface.
Scarface does not really have too much of a playing franchise outside of one of the VR games, and even then, it's not really that much.
Wow, Tony looks a lot different.
It was actually modeled instead from Al Capone.
Also, it's funny you mentioned that, Dwips. There's a prominent Batman character by the name of Tony Zuko.
Gone in the meantime,
but yeah, no, like, I do agree that Dr. Young met a deserving end. I do feel it's a little too anticlimactic given what a big pure force she placed to this whole thing in that regard. Like, I feel like, they could have done more with her, which, yeah, I guess to be fair, you learn all the more with the audio tapes, but part of me wonders if this was them trying to compromise with what they could fit into the game versus what they would have done if they knew they had more time and resources.
Mm-hmm.
Since you find out that, yeah, she was trying to make Titan as a legitimate means to help a lot of patients better through their psychological procedures and
but
whatnot,
she still
essentially.
tortured Bane, you know, very unnecessarily so to do it.
Yeah, that part gets a little murky about it. It's weird because half the time they say that Joker's merging Titan with Venom, but the writing also seems to suggest that she developed Titan based off of Venom, so, like, which is it?
Oh, by the way, don't pass through the metal detector because I showcased previously. It will detect you, so, you know, it will alert the enemies to your presence. So.
I do like that little attention to detail since, like, at the start of the game, you do have that sequence where the metal detector goes off and they're like, search Joker again! No, wait, actually, it's Batman.
I mean, considering he has all those batarangs at the very minimal in his utility belt, yeah, those things are not made of plastic.
Look, if he ever goes up against Magneto, he's gonna go in with the plastic bullets, the plastic batarangs, the plastic everything. You're now imagining Arlene Sorkin spanking Tom Kane.
It's also a callback to the comic where Catwoman debuted, where there's this infamous panel where Batman is apprehending Selina Kyle and he tells her, quiet or Papa spank. Classy.
Anyone caught doing so will be... Oh, this is stupid. Anyone will have their legs removed and perform magic tricks for Emperor Joker.
Right.
Questioning the boss again? You've done nothing but whine since we got busted out. Yeah, Joker sends his girlfriend down and tells us to guard the tunnel. We guard the tunnel. Joker tells us to kill the bat. We kill the bat.
Oh yeah, it's so simple.
Well, I mean, again, to be fair, that's what the Joker said in The Dark Knight. It's simple, we kill the bat. To which,
you know,
I forgot the name of the actor, like Michael J. White, I think, says, enough with the clown!
Enough from the clown.
Yeah,
of course Spawn hates clowns.
Again, he was just having some PTSD when he was Spawn.
Crazy one minute, and then the next he's all plans and jobs. Who knows what goes on in that head?
Not our problem. But if he sends Harley back down here, we'll really be in trouble. Anyone got anything to drink?
No. Got a handful of meds from a dead nurse back in medical. Took them. Not even a buzz. Where was she taking the war?
What were you expecting? It's not like they have huge quantities of morphine or something here.
Yeah. Just wanted something to take the edge off, you know?
Just keep it down. I don't want to take any chances.
Pardon me.
Oh,
sorry, I need to do the Obi-Wan thing. Hello there.
The only thing better than waiting for the whole dialogue to come about is interrupting them at just the perfect plotting time.
Yes.
But yeah, now going back to Sandra Young, she's an incredibly important character who arguably shines more in the lore material. And I know what some will say, that's kind of part of the course with some games, but I don't know. I feel like at the very least, it would have been more fitting if, well, look, if you're gonna make all the bosses this or that, maybe have her go out by Joker using her own formula on her. Karmic and all that jazz, but nah, just randomly blown up and gone, which, you know, it's funny, the scientists being blown up without you getting to fight them. That's kind of a running theme in the Arkham series when you think about it.
It's weird because it continues the thing that I was saying in the previous part, the whole thing that apparently Joker already has the formula by this point, because apparently, again, there was the one that we burned out that supposedly wasn't supposed to have, and the one that Dr. Young was searching was in the safe, but that was booby-trapped, so maybe you're telling me that Joker already got it and then booby-trapped the safe, maybe? That's what
I think it's I'm wondering if maybe he had Zaszz interrogate her and get the formula out of her at that point, since he does say that she's useless at that point, but then I'm not sure what Sandra was even trying to do reaching into that vault at that point.
Alright, since we're near here, let's go for another round in the visitor center.
I forget, if like you just pop in and out, I think you can trigger each one that's available.
I haven't tried. It needs to be part of the story of what's happening, though.
Okay.
But Dr. Quinzel has kindly offered to sit in.
Stupid bat, always bothering Mr. J with your problems. You'll never be as dreamy as him. You're just an ugly, stupid bat in a trap.
Thank you for your contribution, Harley. Can you believe that she's gonna become, you know, one of the main characters in the Suicide Squad game?
Oh, you know what? Outlook. I want to be fair.
No, again, even not counting that, one of the big problems of this franchise, of this particular continuity, if I had to say in advance, Harley's character arc makes no goddamn sense in this.
It really doesn't. Like, okay, I get it. Harley occasionally has the arc where she outgrows the Joker. This is a Harley who took Joker's death. I apologize to anyone who hasn't seen City in like the... God, I think now near 2 decades it's been out, but I digress.
Even the origin, they really speedrun the whole Mad Love thing, both in the tapes and even more so in Origins.
But like, Harley was like so far gone in the Arkham continuity. And yet somehow, I guess, in between Knight and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, she got over him, and now she's all about how she's more empowered, free, and liberated.
We need to have synergy with the movies that come out.
The guard would have lasted much longer.
Also, you gotta love how she takes a look at her outfit from Arkham Knight, which I'd argue was not as sexualized as her one in this game, but she's like, too sexualized, even though later that's a costume for her in the game.
Gee, it's almost like, it's like that case, it's not really the character speaking, but the writer doing some filibustering. But maybe that's just me.
Which, yeah, speaking of which, might as well mention there's that dumb line where... the Deadshot of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, who is different from the Deadshot we meet in Arkham City, says that the Deadshot we meet in Arkham City is a fake. Even though, look, as much as I like some newer takes on Deadshot, the one from Arkham City was closer to the one from the comics.
But Jova, movie synergy. But we're running we're running too ahead of ourselves. So tune instead for the next part where we get into the intensive treatment. I think it's basically a new location where Harley took Sharpie and see if we can free him. So yeah,
fun times to be had for all.
See ya.
Tends to be dark and.